How's it going, everyone? Akibana Zero here, and finally, the Volume 5 soundtrack for RWBY is out, and Flint of RWBY has finally finished his lyrics videos, so I am ready, as usual, to react to that. I know everybody has been waiting for this. Everybody has been excited for me to finally react to this amazing soundtrack. First of all, I'd like to extend a special, very awesome thanks to Flint of RWBY for doing this, for making these awesome lyrics videos. You guys should definitely go and support his channel. Go and check out his stuff. Go and watch and listen to the soundtrack on his channel as well and support him because he makes amazing lyrics videos. I'd also like to remind everybody that we have a giveaway going on for this amazing Yang vinyl figurine over here. Isn't she awesome? She's amazing, isn't she? Thanks to Lord Omicron-sama from my community on Discord. So yeah, that's the last one for this series of figurine giveaways that we're doing. So be sure to hit up the link in the description below and get your entries in. Rightio. So without further ado, let's check out the soundtrack. First track is called The Triumph, and I have a feeling that this is the opening track to Volume 5. Let's hit it up.
Back to the fairy tale, back to the show, back to the wall, and there's nowhere to go. Hopeless and desperate, all past adverse. Things looking bleak, and they're bound to get worse. Helpless and doomed, and there's no way to win. Goals unachievable, faith running dead. Life's
Ooh. That was a little unexpected there at the end. Wow. So this song, definitely the opener to Volume 5, of course, and continues on with that theme of heroes carrying on no matter how bleak, no matter how dark everything becomes. I'd like to go and check out some of the lyrics back here, if that's okay. I know you guys would like to hear some of my thoughts on the lyrics, so that's great. Let's go and do that. Thanks to Omicron, now I know how to go back without needing to use my mouse. All right, so here we go. Back to the fairy tale, back to the show. These lyrics are telling us one more time how conscious the show is that it's based on fairy tales and stuff, and that's always really cool about it. Right, back to the wall, and there's nowhere to go. As usual, again, we said that theme, right? It's, things holding us back, things coming to take what is ours, but we will carry on fighting no matter what happens, right? So, lost and forlorn. I love this word, forlorn. People don't use it enough, I think. But even when we feel lost and forlorn, no matter how impossible the odds are... Wait, what did I miss there? Hey? Can I do this slowly? Can it be done slowly? No? Come on. Alright, I might have to take a little click. Yeah, that's when you'll learn... You've been messing with gods. Wow. Such powerful lyrics, okay, right? So, I mean, even though we could be lost and forlorn and the impossible, the odds, we are strong. We're so strong. We're powered by everything that's happened to us. We are practically gods at this point. I love it. Really cool. Send in your grim, tear off my limb. This is getting very literal, obviously, because of several aspects of the show. Strike me with bolts of lightning, I won't die. Yep, exactly. Again, same theme carrying on over here. The battle seems unwinnable, but we'll need a miracle. Okay, we're still moving on with the same theme over here. Can't wish away the dismal days. Yes, obviously, you can't wish them away. You gotta carry on fighting, right? Bring back what is gone. We'll win. We'll win, we're sure. We will endure. We'll be the ones to touch the sun. The triumph will be ours. Yes, that dedication, that determination to achieve victory. Nowhere to run, no time to grieve. Have I missed anything here? This is the moment that... Wait. I think I missed something over here. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. No other choices. It's die or believe. Yep, there we have an ultimatum. It's either we will believe or we're just going to die. There's no try. You either do or you don't, or you die, right? Yeah, I'm a girl, but I'm also a gun. I love these lyrics, actually, specifically. It's kind of like, I don't know, it does basically speak about all of the girls, but I think it's mostly targeted towards RWBY, because, RWBY's has all that fascination with weapons and stuff, and she's always, ready to dive into battle with her trusty weapon and everything. So, yeah, it's even though I'm a girl, I'm also a gun, so don't underestimate me, right? Even though I might be a small, cute little girl, right? Fast and I'm deadly, you'll never outrun, of course, this is about RWBY, yeah? Strike down, my friends, I'll never bend. This is, again, definitely, basically all of them. I mean, they're all about, defending their friends, their friendship, and all of that. And though it's unpredictable, we're heading for the pinnacle. I like that. And though it's unpredictable, we're heading for the pinnacle. Really cool. Really nice rhyming over there. We'll never stop. We're heading towards the sky. We'll win. We're sure we will endure. And though our goal is far, it's not destiny. Every choice is out. Wait, what was missed there? My other buttons don't seem to be working for this. It's not destiny. It would be a grave mistake to think so. Okay. We're powered by every tear that's dried. This is one of the lyrics that I wanted to look for. I love this. This is incredible lyrics right over here. We're powered by every tear that's dried, because we've experienced a lot of misery so far. They've all experienced some degree of misery, and even though they have experienced all of this misery, they still feel powered by it. It's not something that leaves them down. It's something that powers them and makes them push forward. Right, because a lot of people, that's the thing. That's the problem with people, that we generally as people, oftentimes we let the bad things you know, drive us down, and that's what makes us human, essentially. But these are characters in a story, and they're supposed to be larger than life, and this is what we want to hear from such characters, that the bad things don't put us down. We're just gonna use them to fuel our strength to push forward and fight back. I love it. Great lyrics. Amazing lyrics. Can't wish away. Okay. We'll be the ones to touch the sun. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. Amazing stuff. Great track. I love it. Not my absolute favorite opening to the show, but I really like this. Definitely somewhere in the top 3 range, I would say. All right. Next up, we should have Ignite. And I see a Yang image here. Go.
Hello there, my enemy. Welcome to my punching spree. This is where I lay waste and you'll go home bleeding. Didn't have to be this way. Should have stayed out of the fray. Now you're heading for a beating. Didn't mother warn you? Now she's gonna mourn you. Being damned if that you'll end this day. You're a big mess, 'cause I'm relentless. I gotta tell you I'm on fire today. Crash and burn. Yet every misshape that is spark suffers the judgment and pain. But just as light conquers dark, it's a beauty that's greater than symmetry can contain. So let's start the game. For you shouldn't stare into these eyes of fire. You're going to regret this little fight. You don't wanna mess with me, I'm something higher. Anguish you'll know for your miserable plight. Soon you'll bemoan your mistake of a life. You'll watch yourself suffer, you'll watch me Usually I devastate, this I might annihilate. Any minute now you're gonna ruin me. Messing with my family means that soon your history. The moments of your life are fleeting. Looking pretty tattered, your blood is really splattered. Won't be long until I end this game. You're looking toothless, I'm feeling ruthless. Watch me burn as you go down in flames. Ache and yearn. Let it burn. And any remarkable heart has gone through the hardship and shame that's born of standing apart from the easily processed, the uniform army of same. And that's just so
What a solo. It's shredding.
I dominate and desecrate, leave you in a foul state, put you in distraction with that nonsense you perpetuate. Why you get me riled up? Don't you know I'm wild, bro? Bet you'll understand when I'm pissing on your ashes, son. Told you I'm torturous. When you feel the force of this blast, you'll crash like a cardiac explosion. Bitch, bloody body broken, no screw. This a bloodbath. Try to get away, but there's no escaping Alcatraz. Look what you made me do. Told you I was sorry, you fools. You lose blood, cold ice water. Do riches my bag of tricks. Hit you with the baddest licks ever. You'll never contend. I win. Bringing out the beast in me, challenging my decency. Now I gotta ask, do you really want a piece of me? Hope you're ready for the pain. Suffer when I hit your brain. Erase your essence from earth. Don't need to explain.
you shouldn't stare into these eyes of fire. You're going to regret this little fight. You don't wanna mess with me, I'm something higher. Anguish you'll know for your miserable plight. Soon you'll know your mistake of a life. Watch yourself suffer, you'll watch me ignite.
Oh. Oh. Holy shit. Wow, that song just like hit me like a punch. Seriously, it was just like a cross to the face. Pow! Wow, that is all Yang. Guys, I don't know. Top three song, definitely, by far. I love this. This is speaks so much to Yang's personality and the way that she fights in such an amazing way. Let's go back to some of these lyrics, because I was just like ready to lol at so many of them, because they're just so spot on to her personality. I absolutely loved this song. The instruments that they were using, the whole composition of it all was just like so spot on. Let's have a look. So, hello there, my enemy. Welcome to my punching spree. This is where I lay waste and... Wait. Come on. This is where I lay waste and you go home bleeding. That confidence, that sharp confidence that I'm gonna punch you in the face, you're gonna lose. That is all Yang right over there. Next. Whoops. Wait, what's going on here? Right. Didn't have to be this way, should have stayed out of the fray. Now you're heading for a beating. Again, even more of that brash confidence right over there, which I totally love. Didn't mother warn you? That was my first like, whoa. Now she's gonna warn you, being damaged how you'll end this day. Wow. I love it. Speaks so much to Yang's character. You're a big mess because I'm relentless. I gotta tell you, I'm on fire today. I wish I had this kind of confidence myself. Some lessons are just hard to learn. Such a dig to get at your opponent, right? That see things from only one, scathing eyes that see things from one side. Yay. Yet every misshapen spark suffers the judgment and pain. But just as light conquers dark, there's a beauty that's greater than pure symmetry can contain. That is deep, okay? But just as light conquers dark, there's a beauty that's greater than pure symmetry can contain. So, it's not... There's beauty in punching people in the face? I guess that's what it means. Fool, you shouldn't stare into these eyes of fire. You're going to regret this little fight. I like it. Let's see. There were some more cool ones. Yeah. Usually I devastate. This time might annihilate. Any minute now, you're gonna rue our meeting. Which is amazing lyrics over there. Messing with my family means that soon your history, the moments of your life are fleeting. I guess also speaks to how protective she feels of RWBY and her family in general, but mostly importantly RWBY. I like that they inserted that right over there in such a way. Looking pretty tattered, your blood is really splattered. Won't be long until I end this game. God, this is crazy good. What was... And any remarkable heart has gone through the hardship and shame. Okay. That has a lot to do with, you know, what she's feeling on the inside, her inner turmoil. That's born of standing apart from the easily processed, the uniform army of same. This is a little, this kind of made me stop and pause for a moment there. That's born of standing apart from, wait, there was a previous one to this. And any remarkable heart has gone through the hardship and shame that's born of standing apart from the easily processed, the uniform army of same. So is this like kind of like talking about how she doesn't like to want to be like everybody else? She's her own person. She's her own woman, and she just trucks along in her way and does not want to be the same as other people. That's what I'm understanding here. Lots a big solo over here. I dominate and desecrate, leave you in a foul state, put you in the trash with that nonsense you perpetuate. Great rhyming over here. Great rhyming all across the board. Love it. Overall, I really loved this song. Great stuff. So now let's move on to the next one, which Let me just have a look at my list over here. Is Path to Isolation. I see. What image is this? Let's see.
It starts
Weiss.
with the unexpected loss of something dear. The warmth that comforted and cradled just disappears. And in its place there's nothing, just an endless empty hole. The light that showed the way is gone, and darkness takes control. Bitterness and anger are quick to fill the void. The path to isolation is littered with the dreams that lay destroyed. The cold seems to grow in my soul, it's consuming me. Confused, and I'm losing myself in the storm. Growing jaded, being pushed, being pulled, I'm unraveling. Can't find myself when I'm constantly forced to conform. Enemies surround me, but the worst appear as friends. Liars and pretenders only seek to reach their ends. Everything is breaking right before my eyes. Looking in the mirror, I see someone that I don't recognize. The joy that my heart used to know is eluding me. I'm moved, and the one thing I feel is alone. Smiles faded, and I'm spinning and sinking, awakening. Frozen in solitude, loneliness chills to the bone. Memories escaping as my heart begins to drain. Skies that cover wounds can hide the self-inflicted pain. Everything my mind wants, conflict with my heart. Fighting back surrender, but every day I'm falling more Mirror, what's this thing I see? Who is staring back at me? Stranger to my heart has filled my mind. Mirror, tell me, who am I?
Pretty cool song. Pretty cool song. As always, Weiss's songs are filled with so many different themes. I think this song was mostly meant about the lyrics and not so much about the composition. Didn't really dig it as much as the previous songs in the Mirror Mirror series, if we could include that in this one in here. Let's have a look at some of the lyrics, because I thought some of them were pretty interesting. And yeah, back, okay. All right, here we are. It starts with the unexpected loss of something dear. So in some ways, I feel this might have to do with the fact that the entire team kind of just, like separated after everything that has happened in the previous volumes. So basically what it means by it starts means like the path to isolation starts. So to her, like, this unexpected loss could be the fact that that she has either lost herself, or that she has lost her friends, doesn't feel like that she's with her friends anymore. So it's like something is missing from her life. And that's something that we saw throughout volume 5, especially, where like she was escaping from the clutches of her father. The warmth that comforted and cradled. This definitely, I feel, about the fact that she was with Team RWBY. It's like her new little family that has accepted her, and she can, where she can kind of be herself and everything. And in this place, there's nothing. Just an endless empty hole. Yeah, that this is this just further emphasizes the loss that she's feeling in her heart, the loneliness, which leads to the path to isolation, which is it has to speak to all of that internal turmoil that Weiss is feeling all the time. And there's so many reasons for her to feel that way, because we do see her as the little princess that is kind of maybe in some ways rebelling or trying to find herself, but there are just so many layers to that. It's not just, about family. It's also about building trust with the world. It's about finding a new family, a new place to be for one to be themselves, and also to find purpose in life. So I feel this is one of the things that makes Weiss so amazing, is that she, as a character, is that she has so many layers to her. There's so many struggles that she goes through, and that is an interesting juxtaposition, considering that she is in some ways the quintessential little princess character sort of way. The cold seems to grow in my soul. Really strong lyrics there. And cold also kind of, a little ironic, since a lot of her powers revolve around ice. Can't find myself when I'm constantly forced to conform. These are some of the lyrics that really, really speak to her struggle, is that because she can't figure out in some ways who she is, or she can't be who she is, she's always feeling from every angle besides Team RWBY that she has to conform to something, that she has to adhere to some rules that she doesn't believe in. Enemies surround me, but the worst appear as friends. So that definitely they're not speaking about, she's not speaking about Team RWBY over here, but everybody, like, if you consider her circle, the circle that surrounds her father and everything, these are all people who will claim that they're friends, but they're not really friends, because they're just people who are trying to stay connected because they're the rich and powerful, right? And these will appear as friends, but in fact they're enemies, and they're going to stab you in the back at any point. Everything is breaking right before my eyes. Her whole world crumbles around her because of this idea that she's alone, looking in the mirror. And here we're going back to the theme of her, like, seeing herself in the mirror and questioning, who am I? What am I meant to do? Why is joy constantly eluding me and my heart? Spinning and sinking, or constantly losing myself. Scars that cover wounds can't hide the self-inflicted pain. This is interesting. That this is written like this, self-inflicted. In what ways is it self-inflicted? That's a pretty good question. I mean, in some ways, a person who feels that the world around them is not accepting them or not letting them be who they are, in some ways they might feel like it's their own fault, right? That they themselves are creating this pain. It's not other people's fault, it's themselves. And so if this is really speaking to Weiss's character, it just comes to show that she's not actually all that selfish as she appears to be. She's actually quite selfless if she feels that, it's not their fault, it's my fault I feel this way. Think about that for a moment. Everything my mind wants in conflict with my heart. The constant battle we all feel in life, right? Some things that our logical mind wants, and then our emotional heart wants something else, and that's constantly in conflict. Mirror, what's this thing I see? This thing that I see. This is interesting that they put it this way, this thing that I see, because she's at a point in her life where she just doesn't recognize herself anymore. It's not, I'm not, it's like, and that's so powerful to think of, right? That I'm no longer a person, I'm a thing. I'm a thing. What have I become, right? And we oftentimes hear characters in stories and superheroes and stuff say that, like, what am I? What have I become? They completely, when they say it that way, it's like they separate their humanity from it. They distance themselves from humanity, and they're saying, I'm no longer human. I'm just something else. So really cool stuff. Great song as well. So far, Volume 5 soundtrack is going pretty well. So next up, we have Smile. This is an interesting image.
Our daughter, sit while we talk a while. You've done no misdeed, still they'll put your life on trial. Born like your family, far from any state of grace. You're as perfect as the wind and sky, but they'll treat you like you're out of place.
This world is cold. The power is with those who would judge and control. But we have a chance to make it right. This is what you'll do. Show them how you smile. It's only for a while. Take what you need, leave them to bleed. Let them know bitter while your revenge is sweet. Keep the secret, pretending you're just like them. Live there like a princess in the kingdom of selfish men. Play their game now. Do what it takes to win. Steal it back, all they keep from you. They refuse to look beyond your skin.
And as you grow, you'll gain from their knowledge, but your heart will know when the time is right to hand the light. When the charade is through,
Show them how you smile. It's only for a while. Take what you need, leave them to bleed. Let them know bitter while your revenge is sweet.
you might think that maybe they're changing. You'll pray that their hatred is waning. That's when it hurts most to find the story unfold and the cruelties exposed. You'll be glad you're not that kind.
Show them how you smile. It's only for a while. Take what you need, leave them to bleed. Let them know bitter while your revenge is sweet.
Ooh. Quite an interesting song. I'm not completely sure who these people in the drawing are. I think it's Ilya and her family. That's what I'm getting out of it. And I want to say for a moment here that this song is about Ilya, but I'm going to go a step further and say that this song is probably said by every single faunus parent that has born a child and want them to join the cause of the White Fang and fight back against the evil humans. And that's what I'm getting out of this song. There's one instance in the song. I don't know if I'll be able to find it quickly enough, where it mentions something about, steal it back all they keep from you. They refuse to look beyond your skin. This is the one lyric that makes me feel that this song could be specifically about Ilya, because she changes the color of her skin because she's a chameleon. But you could also say that this is about every single faunus out there, because that's how they feel, is that all that humans see is the way they look, or that they look like animals. They have different colored skin, they have fur, they have tails, they have ears, they have all this kind of stuff. So I feel overall that this song is probably about all of the faunus in some ways. There's that lyric that talks about, that revenge, that let them know bitter while your revenge is sweet. Show them how you smile. This kind of just encompasses it all, how they're trying to, where is it? Come on. Show them how you smile. Come on. Okay, we're very close to it. All right. Show them how you smile. This is, I feel in some ways that, yes, that the faunus who want to fight back, or who want to try in some ways to, get revenge from the humans, they will try and spend time amongst the humans and faking who they are by just constantly smiling in a certain way, because that's what humans expect, is that, if you're proper and you're not strange, you're always smiling, right? So they say, show your smile, but that's only going to be for a while, because later you're going to have your revenge. It's an okay song. I like that in the beginning it kind of felt like it had a bit of a jungle sort of theme to it with the instruments that they were using, which was pretty cool. I wish they kind of kept that in some ways. But yeah, all right, nice stuff. Let's move on to our next song, which would be All Things Must Die. And I love this drawing of Raven over here. This really nice art.
Day by day, it's nearer. Step by step, you grow closer to your ruin. Soon your time to go. Life is just a journey.
This song was really, really, really cool. Wow, I love the whole composition of it. You just feel the murderous intent of it, right? It just, like, these subtle little sounds coming in and out here and there, it just all made everything super creepy, but in such a cool, cool way. And yeah, I loved it. All things must die. Surrender your pride. All of these things are just speaking to... I think this has nothing to do with Raven, by the way. I mean, Raven doesn't have murderous intent. Raven has proven that she is somewhat of a coward who just doesn't want to step up against the evil and would rather conform to them. But I never would believe that. I never believed for a moment that Raven was just a person that would just go around killing people for the sake of it, right? Even if it is to save her tribe or whatever. I like that they brought back these lyrics over here, "Bloody Evolution," which I'm still not completely sure what it means. I think it has something to do with the Grimm and with Salem, and by implying that the only way for evolution, the only way for the world to evolve, we need to just completely eradicate humanity, which would be a pretty bloody affair, right? Life is just a journey, which is, like, very true. We're getting a little philosophical over here as well. Step by step you grow to what was that? I liked that too. Soon your time to go. Yeah. There's nothing that truly, totally stood out from the lyrics, but it just all encompasses that that Salem and her posse, so to speak, just want everything to die, everything to be eradicated. What else? There was something. Just close your eyes. This was pretty creepy to hear. Don't fear demise, which is also ties into that. Let's see. Something else. Rest now, subside. Yeah, some interesting words they're using here. With fate collide. Admit that the hours arrived. Admit that the hours arrived. Like, stop struggling. Just admit it, and it's all over, and you are done. It's time to be one with the sky. This one is really cool as well. It's time to be one with the sky. I think I should say that's my enemies more often from now on. Okay, really cool song. We're going to move on to the next one, which is this time. Why isn't it in order? Okay, this is the one I've found. It says it's uploaded on January 24th. I don't know if that's relevant in some way. Anyway, let's hear it. This time.
Friends, listen closely, I won't say this twice. Hope's running out and we haven't much time. Please understand that the life we once planned but it's over. Now is the time you must fight for your lives. The battle is on
Woo! All right, so this is from Shadows Part 2, titled This Time. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that this is all about Blake and the fact that she is standing up to the White Fang and is trying to convince the White Fang to actually convince the other faunas that what the White Fang are doing is not the way to go, and that we need to stand united, shoulder to shoulder, and to form a new brotherhood. I think this is the main key lyric over here, to create a new brotherhood, to create a new ideal. There was another... Out of the ashes, a new flame ignites. So instead of having the flame of war being about bloodshed and fighting and eradicating humanity, it's more about trying to stand and show that we too are a proud race. We are a race that can be peaceful, and we are just as good as you are, and we should be considered your equals. There was. The ways of the past will get over, which again speaks to that same exact theme. Let's forget about that old way of thinking and let's move on to something new. The path we've been shown too long, fighting our own, which another key lyric over here, it's that with the White Fang being the way they are, they quickly spiraled into not just fighting humanity, but fighting other faunas as well, just because they simply weren't following their ideals, which is always what usually happens in these cases when a faction starts becoming radicalized. A part of a faction becomes too radicalized. They don't just fight the enemy anymore. They also fight their friends as well, which is always the way things go. Cool song overall. Not one of my absolute favorites in this soundtrack, but still pretty cool. And we're going to move on to the last track that we're going to be reacting to, and it's All That Matters. Oh, nice art.
Never thought that you would stay forever. Never asked you to commit your life. But I can tell you in my heart, I never thought you'd up and leave me without a trace to lead me. And now you're standing here with that look in your eyes, the look that makes me hope I'll just believe your lies. You're lost, you're found, you're hard to pin down. I never know if you'll come through. Then you appear, together we're here, and that's all that matters somehow. Thought that I could pull you from the shadows, maybe help you find your wings and fly. But you're a path no longer that I travel. The more I'm just defeated, my past mistakes repeated. I'll risk it once again to have you near my side. Another chance to let you just destroy my pride. You're lost, you're found, you're hard to pin down. I never know if you'll come through. Then you appear, together we're here, and that's all that matters
That's a very sweet song. Pretty sweet. I can't really say with 100% certainty if this has anything to do again with the relationship between Yang and Blake. But it does seem like Flint wants to feel like that has something to do with the two of them. Although it's like it's pretty strange, like how she says things like, "Oh, whoops, stop." I said stop. That it's sad, but it's true that the one thing I can count on is that I can't count on you, which, I mean, that kind of flies against a little bit of the show, I feel like, because they do eventually count on each other always. And I think and that's kind of what makes me feel like these lyrics might be Yang saying this to Blake in some ways, because Blake is the more of the wayward soul that just like goes off on her own thing when things get bad, perhaps something like that. Yeah. Anyway, I'm one of those people that wants Bumblebee to be a thing. But let's see how that goes. Right, so that's gonna do it with the reaction. Overall, soundtrack's pretty good, pretty dope. I'm definitely gonna be picking it up for sure, and I hope you guys do the same. I'd like to extend once more time massive thanks to Flint of RWBY for putting together these amazing lyrics videos, and you guys should definitely head over and support his channel because they are sweet. And gonna remind you all one more time, if you want Yangy over here, you can have her. You could potentially have her by clicking and participating in the giveaway by hitting up the link in the description below and putting your entries in. And if you enjoyed the reaction, please leave the video a like and subscribe to my channel by mashing on that subscribe button because it helps a lot. And I'd like to thank my patrons for supporting me as always. And if you would like to do the same, you can head over to patreon.com/akibana0. That's gonna do it with this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I'm gonna catch you next time.